just hold on tight because we're probably going to be on this roller coaster ride for a while. But some good news going into the week of Halloween and the beginning of November, something we haven't seen in a while on our temperature outlook. Your eyes are not tricking you, everyone. Slightly below average temperatures possible going into Halloween and the beginning of November, October 29th to November 4th. You know, it's a low-end chance, but hey, it's still a chance. And models have been hinting at that cooler air. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But we got to get you out the door this morning. We've been telling you we'll be watching the fog for you and how it progresses. And the good news is we're starting to see less and less of it. But if you live in Zephyr Hills over in Pasco County, we are still seeing reduced visibility there. We were looking at some reduced visibility up into Citrus County, but it's looking better. Inverness, 5 miles visibility. That's really not going to impact you. Might look a little hazy out there. That's about it. Satellite and radar will show you a front down to our south. That's kind of locking in some of the moisture this morning for that fog, but it is ushering in some cooler air along the Nature Coast. You're waking up in the low 60s this morning. What that front's going to do in the afternoon is serve as a focal point for showers and thunderstorms. So if you live south of Tampa, you'll have the best chance for rain today, but still extremely low end. Most of us will experience the warm sunshine. We'll see mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies at 11 o'clock. We're already in the low 80s, and today we're on track to have high temperatures in the upper 80s to near 90. If you have any after-school activities today, any dinner plans tonight, we'll be in the low 80s still, even at 7 o'clock. Here's where we're really going to focus for, again, that isolated chance for a shower or storm. 10% rain coverage today, mainly, again, south of I-4. I think we're really going to look towards Manatee and Sarasota counties for that isolated chance for storms today. Tomorrow, mostly sunny. It's going to be a warm day with temperatures back in the mid to upper 80s. And then comes the good part of the work week. We're going to have another front move in Wednesday night into Thursday. And what that's going to do is usher in drier air. You might have noticed that number on the top left of your screen here drop. Yeah, that is really good news for us. That's a nice taste of fall. We're going to have 50s north of Tampa Friday morning, even into Saturday morning. Then that moisture starts to return a little on Sunday. That could offer us a few showers Sunday and Monday ahead of another front that's going to move in next week. And that's going to be the front that will cool us off potentially for Halloween. So I'm going to show you some early data here. Again, this is early data. This is not exactly what's going to happen. We're going to have to tweak it a little bit. But here's Friday. This is Tampa, low to mid 60s. North of Tampa, you're waking up in the 50s. Saturday, even in the mid 60s. So a really nice taste of fall. Then we have that next weather system approaching. So we'll warm up in anticipation of that. Thursday and Friday, this is the morning of Halloween. Upper 50s. You know when the last time we had that in Tampa was? April 13th, a couple days after my birthday, by the way, just in case anyone was wondering. Let's take you to the tropics now. Invest 98L, very healthy looking system. Look at how it exploded overnight, definitely getting better organized. And latest spaghetti model data still showing that curve. It's just when is it going to make that curve? That's the big question. The GFS wants to curve this right away, moving it right into the Dominican Republic by Saturday. The Euro lingers this in the Caribbean, so that's why you're seeing some of these models kind of hang in the Central Caribbean. The Euro thinks it's going to settle for a little while before making that curve next week. So anywhere from southeast Florida through the Bahamas and of course Hispaniola, so Haiti and the Dominican Republic, need to be on high alert for this system. We still have some fine tuning to do when it comes to whatever this will be. More than likely though, this will be Tropical Storm Melissa over the next 24 to 48 hours. And once it gets better organized, then of course, naturally, we can give you an exact track. So fine details still to be made. But the best news is models have been very, very consistent that this is not going to impact the Bay Area. So we'll be very thankful for that. Your 7-day forecast will show you mostly dry, tons of warm sunshine all the way into the start of the weekend. It will be breezy behind that front Friday and Saturday. Waking up Friday, low 60s in Tampa, upper 50s for a lot of our northern communities. And then we'll introduce low-end rain chances for now on Sunday and Monday. Those do have the potential to go up with high temperatures staying in the mid to upper 80s.
Yeah, ready to go. Let's get right to your tropical update. The tropics a big story today, and we're talking about a developing tropical storm. This is the day we'll get our next named system, basically. Okay, so it would be called Melissa. And right now you can see the latest from the National Hurricane Center, a very high chance of development. So as we take a look here, let's look at the very latest satellite imagery. And we're thinking all along, if this thing got its act together a little earlier, it would tend to turn north earlier toward our friends, unfortunately, in San Juan, Puerto Rico, watching Haiti and the Dominican Republic, also Jamaica. These areas have to watch this very carefully. So you see the new information in this morning showing a better organized system. We're waiting for the winds to wrap around the center right now. We're starting to see that happen a little bit more. So you can see some of the outflow indicating it's getting its act together. So you see all these circles. The two circle areas would be where that cyclone center would be. So you see the blue area. This would be the American model, unfortunately, right over our friends near Puerto Rico and Haiti and the Dominican Republic as we head into this weekend. And then the European, this has been farther west all along, hanging out in the Caribbean. But you notice right now, I think if there's been a change this morning, a lot of the models are leaning more toward the GFS, the model that turns it toward Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic and then heads out to sea. But we'll continue to watch that trend to see if that will continue. In fact, our latest spaghetti models, remember yesterday, it looked like somebody dropped the spaghetti all over the kitchen floor. Okay, you had the models spread out even a little bit more. But if you notice, there's more agreement, more consensus that it would likely get its act together sooner, turn north, and then eventually off to the northeast. And right now here at home, we're still not expecting a threat to us here in Florida at this point. So again, we take a look at the very latest in-house model, and unfortunately you see that big swirl here. Okay, that would be Melissa heading up toward areas of the Dominican Republic here, San Juan, Puerto Rico, and we're watching Haiti very carefully. So some very heavy rain, some wind. Some models ramp this up to a hurricane pretty quickly. So we're going to continue to keep an eye on our friends down in the Caribbean and the island nations. We take a look here closer to home. Let's come back and take a look at our forecast, and it's interesting. We're starting at 55 officially Jacksonville, 65 Mayport. There will be some patchy fog. Right now, not too thick. We got a little 2-mile visibility toward the west side. We look at the high-res futurecast. This is the new model data. Nothing's changed on the forecast today. We said we're going to have a big rebound in those temperatures with all this dry air and sunshine. Still seeing that near 80 at noon, on our way to a high in the low to mid 80s, and we'll have more of a southwest wind. But overall, just a beautiful pattern, and then a nice night tonight. And then we're watching another front move our way late tonight and tomorrow morning, and it's a dry reinforcing front. So that's good news for our Orionid meteor shower because we're not expecting any rain showers. 10 to 20 per hour, peaking late tonight into Wednesday. Should be a beautiful view out there, and we'll have some updates on that. So for our forecast planner today, cool start, nice warm finish, low to mid 80s tonight. Nice for your evening plans, 70 degrees, clear skies, 57 for your low. Tomorrow, once again, a big rebound in temperatures. Maybe a little chill to start, but back up to 83. But I got to show you this in that 7-day forecast. This second front coming in late tonight will bring even drier air. So down those temperatures go all the way into the 40s as we go into Thursday and Friday. That 49 includes Jacksonville, not just our Georgia counties. Okay, the I-10 corridor, Lake City, we're watching the 40s. We'll show that in the 10-day forecast coming up shortly. And as we head into the weekend right now, our best chance